everyone is talking about this as Sam Hauser just put up another stellar shooting night for the Boston Celtics in the Charlotte Hornets victory last night, totaling 25 points. And in this last month, he's gotten 2 career highs and 4 20-point games. So we have to break down why Sam Hauser is an integral piece for the Celtics' success this season and why everyone needs to stop the hate on the man. Plus, Al Horford is getting recognized for Teammate of the Year, and he's been the perfect example of a prime teammate for the Boston Celtics' success. So we'll be breaking down that as well with another quick shout out. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz. Before we dive in on all this basketball news, though, 70% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you enjoy the Boston Celtics content coverage that you see here today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tune in for the watch along live streams. We'll have another watch along live stream for tomorrow's matchup versus the Oklahoma City Thunder as the Celtics look to get revenge and bounce back versus them after losing their first matchup this year. It should be an exciting one. We would love to see you there. But without further ado, let's get into the news at hand. Make sure to grab a snack as it is going to be a jam-packed episode. And like I mentioned in the introduction, we have a quick shout out here first. Now, if you guys have already seen it on the community page, that's a-okay. But if you guys did not know, unfortunately, Rajon Rondo did announce his retirement from the NBA today, and it is a bittersweet day. Obviously, we're happy for Rajon Rondo. You know, he's a Celtic legend. We want to give him the credit that he deserves, but obviously, we don't want to see him retire. We don't want to see him go out of the NBA. He hasn't really had that many major stints. I think his last stint was with the Lakers or the Cleveland Cavaliers. Didn't really end up that great, but honestly, regarded as one of the Celtics' best playmaking point guards in the 2010s, helped the Celtics get to a championship, made a lot of young fans, including myself, dive into this team, really appreciate them, all those cool behind-the-back passes, all that type of stuff. Rajon Rondo, thank you so much for being a Celtic legend and doing your best. Let us know in the comment section your favorite Rajon Rondo memory here today as we remember the great Boston Celtics guy as he retired. Best of wishes, best of luck on your retirement, Rajon Rondo. Next, we're going to be diving in and looking at the main reason you guys are here is Sam Hauser proving his doubters wrong. And yes, I am saying this. Everybody in our comment section from the beginning of this year has been commenting, oh, Sam Hauser just going to have these fluke games. Oh, Sam Hauser just going to do this and that. But man, oh man, is he being a staple for this Boston Celtics squad, improving it every single night he goes out on the floor. Yes, sometimes he has bad shooting nights like we saw a couple nights ago versus Atlanta, but the team is trying to find him, trying to get him open, trying to get him into this rhythm, into this offense, and that's some excellence that you want to see. If we want to look at this tweet here from AOP NBA, since March 1st, among players who take at least 4 catch-and-shoot threes per game, which was 62 players in the NBA, Sam Hauser leads the NBA with an effective field goal percentage of 75% on those catch-and-shoot attempts, which, again, absolutely crazy stat to see. Sam Hauser is perfect at that catch-and-shoot. He's a sniper for this Boston Celtics bench unit, and he just broke another record as well. We want to look at this tweet from Dick Lipey here. It says, for the 10th time in his career, Sam Hauser has made at least 5 three-pointers off the bench, and that matches Payton Pritchard for the most and Boston Celtics history. Everyone's saying we got our mini Larry Bird on the bench, and in reality, it could be 100% realistic here. Obviously not to the effect and grandness of Larry Bird being that star-esque player, but the shooting ability from Larry Bird being, put into Sam Hauser is just another reincarnation of it for the Boston Celtics here. Like I mentioned in the introduction, he's had 4 20-point games over the last stretch here, and if we want to look at all these box scores, you guys can see that. If you guys want to scroll down, you can see he had 22 versus Portland, which was a career high for the man, Sam Hauser. Then had 14, then a quiet night of 8, but then 30, and his actual career high versus the Washington Wizards. Went down with an ankle injury, could have broken the Boston Celtics three-point record, tied it with 10 made threes, but was getting very, very close to beating it. And then in the last couple of games here for Sam Hauser, he's really, really turned up for this Boston Celtics squad. He hit 23 points, 14 points, and 25 points over the last couple of games, which is just absolutely fantastic to see from a guy in Sam Hauser. And it's just really, really great to see this. Obviously, he's building up building up his rhythm, building up his energy, building up everything that he is, ready to go, ready to unlock for the Celtics squad. And I'm a guy who at the beginning of the season was hating on Sam Hauser. I saw him come out in the preseason, saw him have some inefficient shooting nights, and was saying, well, I don't know what we're going to think of this guy. Maybe we should get Svi Mykhailiuk a little bit more involved. Maybe we should use him more in this offense. But Sam Hauser proved me wrong. He started off the season very, very hot in October and November, leading the NBA in three-point percentage, then started to quiet down in the months of December, January, February, but really has started to pick up the pace back up again in March and now in April, kind of rolling through, getting through his motions as he's becoming a more and more vital part for the Celtics offense. Payton Pritchard also has been able to find Sam Hauser perfectly on a bunch of passes we saw in last night's game and in plenty of other nights as well, where Payton Pritchard's bringing that ball up, has that chemistry with Sam Hauser to know when he's open in the corner, when he knows he's open for a wide open shot, will hesitate, will drive around, will make sure that Sam is ready to go, and will give him the best possible pass for a three-point shot. Now, like I mentioned in the introduction, there are some times where Sam Hauser goes out there, like we saw versus the Atlanta Hawks, takes around 8 to 9 threes and makes one or maybe two, and it's a bad shooting night. And those are things that are going to happen. It's allowed him to get into the rhythm. It allows him to pick up some speed. We saw in last night's game versus Charlotte, obviously we had some great performances from Derrick White, from Porzingis, from Tatum, but Sam Hauser being that other microwave, that spark plug, just kind of heat up and let the Celtics rest some of their starters towards the end of the game, let their bench players go, let him keep that rhythm up. Does wonders for the Celtics squad and allowing the bench unit to feel more comfortable with these starters, but also allows the starters to get a little bit more rest. Now, also, Sam Hauser has been excellent on the defensive side of the ball, being a fantastic rim protector and a solid perimeter defender as well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. This guy is on a $2 million contract for the Boston Celtics, and yes, it is a club option. They'll be able to bring him back. But once they, we get to having to pay Sam Hauser here, it's going to be a little bit scary for the Boston Celtics. He might command a contract kind of near Duncan Robinson's level because he's having a somewhat sort of season. And even though some teams might not be able to get, a full-out contract to him because they are fearing the Duncan Robinson situation there. But I think that will be A-okay. I think Sam Hauser will be able to work himself to a contract like Duncan Robinson. And if the Celtics are able to retain him, it will be great. But unfortunately, if they do lose him, it will be a bad thing. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section because Sam Hauser is growing to be one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA. Lastly, like I mentioned, Al Horford for Teammate of the Year is a big topic that we want to discuss because he has made the ultimate sacrifices for being the best teammate in the NBA. A guy that could be a starting caliber player, but said, we got the acquisition of Jrue Holiday, we got the acquisition of Kristaps Porzingis, we already have the best starting five. I'm going to take a little bit of a veteran role. I'll take the back seat. I'll be the sixth man. I'll come off the bench, and I'll help us out in those type of games and help out with the bench unit. He's done that 100% correctly. When he's called to be a stay-ready guy and needs to come up and step up for the Boston Celtics if they have an injury with Porzingis or if Tatum or Brown need a night off, Al Horford steps up for the Boston Celtics squad and shows out. We saw that in last night's game as well, hitting some big-time threes. We saw versus the Pelicans and versus the Suns, him hitting some big-time shots as well, being a three-point sniper. And just yet again, he is nominated for the Twyman Stokes Teammate of the Year award finalist. Now, obviously, we can look at all these other players. There's some guys that definitely deserve it as well. KCP, TJ McConnell, maybe even Mike Conley, Mikal Bridges. But a guy like Al Horford, I think, definitely deserves it because, like I mentioned, he has taken that mentality of being a stay-ready guy, taken that teammate role off the bench, saying, I'll be that veteran leader, and he's excelled in it for the Boston Celtics, excelling when he's in the starting lineup, when he's on the bench lineup. He's obviously, had great relationship with these players as well, has a fantastic relationship with Jayson Tatum already. But then you see with a guy like Xavier Tillman, a new guy who just came in at the trade deadline, has a very similar play style to Al Horford, same as a body tip as Al Horford, nurtures them in, brings them in. We've already broken it down if you want to check out the old videos, but him and Xavier Tillman have a great relationship already. And with Xavier Tillman having, his bird rights locked up for the Celtics next year, if the Celtics do look to keep Xavier Tillman, I could see Al Horford and him working very, very hard in the offseason together, and Al Horford making sure that Xavier Tillman polishes his game and gets ready to go on the offensive side to make him even better for the Boston Celtics. And those are things you want to see out of your teammate of the year, your veteran of the year. Obviously, we have the best squad, but Al Horford is the true definition of a fantastic teammate, and I think he definitely deserves that teammate of the year. Like I said, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section of that. And before we head out here, we got the last topic of the day, which is comment of the day. Like I mentioned, if you enjoy this content here, leave a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts and opinions, and you guys could be selected for the comment of the day. But today's comment of the day comes from our guy, Manuel Tony 3. I've seen you in our comment section for the last couple of months here. Appreciate your support always, Manuel. But here we go. We got your comment saying, people are always saying that the salary cap is going to screw the Celtics, but they don't know we have a genius at wheel. Brad has gotten underpaid and under potential players like Tillman, and he knew that Allen Springer and those Avery Bradley types, he just needs to work on his threes. Plus, we have Pritchard and Hauser looking as great young backups. We have our core while Holiday, Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis. We have an evil genius who is cooking. Let him cook. Speaking about Brad Stevens and Manuel, you are 1,000% correct. Brad Stevens has been an evil genius for the Boston Celtics. You mentioned getting Jaden Springer, a nice little Avery Bradley type, a little bit of a Marcus Smart replacement. You also mentioned the Boston Celtics getting Xavier Tillman, a little bit of an Al Horford replacement. They're finding the players that have succeeded in their rotation, succeeded with their lineups, and just getting younger versions of them that players, maybe some teams aren't as appreciative, maybe a little bit unappreciative, and it's helped out the Celtics. Having that Tillman replacement ensures that the Celtics don't need to worry about Al Horford when he leaves in free agency, or if he does retire, we have to find a hole to replace him. We already have that hole to fill with Xavier Tillman. Same thing with Jaden Springer. Jrue Holiday gets a little bit older. He needs to come off the bench. The Celtics want to pay him and keep it extended, but it's not really working out. You got Springer in there to learn his rotation and learn his skills alongside with Derrick White. They have done that fantastically, and I don't expect it to go away with the new CBA, with everything changing, with Celtics not being able to get all these, guys on the buyout market for being in the second apron. Brad Stevens is going to have to go after underappreciated guys, and who knows, maybe he could set the blueprint for building a championship squad with this Boston Celtics team, and it will be the fundamental blueprint for the whole NBA on how to build a roster. I think that he's done an excellent job. Like I mentioned, let me know what you think down below. Thank you, Manuel, for that fantastic comment. Again, if you want to be picked for comment of the day, all you have to do is leave a thoughtful and insightful comment, and you could be selected as the lucky individual. Like I mentioned, thank you, everybody, for tuning into this episode here on Celtics Digest, where we broke down how Al Horford could be Teammate of the Year and why Sam Hauser is shocking everybody, and everybody is talking about Sam Hauser's main impact with this Boston Celtics squad. Like I mentioned, we'll be doing some watch-along live streams. We have another one tomorrow night versus the Thunder, so if you guys want to enjoy that, want to partake, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, make sure to check that out. If you want to check out our other links in the description, I'll have the Discord link and the Twitter link uploaded there, where you can follow us on Twitter for some updates on the Celtics that we don't post on the community page. And you can also follow us in the Discord and join that, so you guys can interact with other Celtics fans, interact with us, have some more back and forth conversation. And like I mentioned, we're going to be doing those radio call-in live streams. Those will be through the Discord. So if you want to get a step ahead of everybody else, join the Discord so you can be one of the first people invited to those. But like I mentioned, thank everybody for tuning into the videos today. If you enjoyed them, hit that like button, check out the videos at the top, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.